Jaden Lopez, as not sure about Jaden Stringer tonight.
Yeah, they had a little trouble with the snap there. The holder got it down in time for that extra point to come up.
So we'll take a break. Panthers lead immediately, 7-0.
At Sewell, we know that cherished memories are made in the simplest moments. And those memories are made one play at a time. Sewell, where unforgettable moments begin.
Welcome back to Ratliff Stadium. The Panthers with a 93-yard kickoff return to open the ball game. Now they in turn will be kicking off. And I believe that was Jaden Lopez on the extra point for the Panthers. Now Kaysen Navarrete to kick off for the Panthers. Not sure what is going on with Jaden Stringer. But the Panthers with a quick 7-0 lead. Ball's going to be taken there at about the 19-yard line. Going to be returned out to the 25. Tarian Johnson on the return.
32, Braden Woody, the junior linebacker, playing on the Panther kickoff special teams down to make the tackle. And we'll see this Tascosa offense come out. As I said, they like to run what is called the flex bone. Very similar in offenses at times between these two teams. The difference is they like to put their quarterback under the center and read the end man on the line of scrimmage to see whether they're going to give that ball the first back through or have the quarterback keep it. This is, we'll have the quarterback for you here in just a second.
Colton Fulton for the quarterback for Tascosa. He's going to hand off up the middle on the carry. Number 26 is Darian Howard. He's going to pick up. They're going to give him a yard out to the 37.
Yep, Colton Fulton is their quarterback. He does not throw the football in a great deal of time. They like to run the football and try to control the game with their running game. You'll see one of those flanker backs go in motion.
Fulton keeps it over the right side and just not much room. He's going to get about 3 yards out of it. You talk about Fulton not throwing the ball often. From the stats I could put together, 2 of 19 through the first 3 games.
Yeah, they don't throw it a whole lot at all. They're going to try to run the football down your throat, wear you out with the triple option, make you play assignment football defensively.
Fulton is going to throw it here. The lefty's got a man wide open, and it's caught, and he is going to take it to the house. T.J. Tillman, who did catch the lone completion last week, into the end zone for the Tascosa Rebel touchdown.
Well, they just made a liar out of me, didn't they, Clay, right there. Somebody went to sleep on the back end there of that Panther defense, and you'll see our Odessa College instant replay. He just ran right down the middle of the field, untouched, uncovered, and their quarterback, Colton Fulton, made the delivery for a Tascosa touchdown.
Charlie Wittenberg on to do the kicking, and it is up and good. So 10:27, barely a minute and a half into the first quarter. Things are all tied again, 7-7.
Welcome to Rose's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration meant to be shared. Go ahead, pull together tables for any size group. Because at Rose's, we believe that everyone deserves a seat at our table. So come together, share the joy, and experience authentic Mexican food at its finest as you create memorable moments in our comfortable, colorful dining room. After all, life is better with Rose's Cafe.
Trans Global Productions Game of the Week is always produced and directed by Bob Bailey. score all knotted again at 7-7 as the Tascosa Rebels surprise everyone on the field, obviously, and everyone up here in the booth with a 60-yard touchdown pass and catch from Colton Fulton to Tillman on the catch. TJ Tillman.
You notice they didn't kick it over here that time.
Nope.
Wow.
I guarantee you they got there quick, and the Panther receives the ball and is down almost immediately. I think that might have been Landon Robles.
Yep. Jacob Garcia is the Panther quarterback, number 25. We expect to see a heavy dose of number 18, Gavin Black, the running back in the backfield, along with John Paul Uranga. Number 26, the slot receivers. And wide receivers will be number 2, Tyron Williams. Number 6, Caden Hernandez. We'll probably see Landon Robles, number 15, and Alex Cruz, number 9. We'll do the offensive line after this play.
Panthers with 3 receivers at the bottom. Gavin Black over the left side, and he's going to be out to around the 38-yard line.
The center is Josh Henderson, number 70. The guards on the right side is number 63, Justin Green, and number 67, Noah Costas. On the left side, at the tackle position on the right side will be number 75, Hector Vasquez, and on the left side, number 77, Jaden Vela.
Peridot in the ball game now as the H-back. Williams in motion and going to reverse his field. Williams got a lot of green in front of him, a blocker out in front, and he is into Rebel territory and will have a Panther first down.
And they just watch our Odessa College instant replay. Pulled the ball, quick pitched it out there to Williams. They didn't have anybody out on the edge to cover that wide D gap. And you saw Williams boogie on up the field to the Rebel 47-yard line for a Panther first down.
15 yards on that carry for Williams, and he's again in motion. Black's going to take it up the middle. Black up through the middle, nice hole, untouched till about 7 yards downfield. Going to end up with 9 on that carry.
They pulled the left guard and tackle from the left side over around to the right, blocked down with everybody else, and Black saw a big hole open up right there in the middle for a 9-yard gain on first down. Panther offensive line already doing the job at the line of scrimmage right now.
Barely 2.5 minutes into the ball game now. Gavin Black has, of course, been the key to this offense so far this year, along with the quarterback Garcia. Nope, Panthers are going to take a timeout.
Timeout. Permian, their first of the half.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, it's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we design 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
Welcome back to Ratliff Stadium. Panthers and Tascosa Rebels tied at 7. The Panthers looking at the coach's dream, 2nd down and 1. Got 2 receivers bottom, 2 top. Fake to Black. Garcia looks deep. He's covered. Still in the pocket, fires, and that's going to be caught there by Landon Robles. He's going to be inside the 15-yard line.
Great protection by the Panther offensive line gave Garcia a chance to stand back in that pocket, as you can see on our Odessa College instant replay, and allowed the receiver to come all the way across in the middle, wide open in the back end of that Tascosa secondary. A good pitch and catch and a good first down to the 14-yard line for the Panther offense.
24 yards on that. Landon Robles came into the ball game as the Panthers' leading receiver. That's his 10th catch, had 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. Black over the right side, and he will go untouched. into the end zone for the Panther touchdown.
Right side of that Panther offensive line of Hector Vasquez, Justin Green just opened up a hole. Watch right, you see it right there. There's just nothing there. Peridot didn't even have to block anybody from the H position there as Gavin Black goes in for another Panther touchdown early in the ball game here.
Caden Hernandez to put the hold, and the kick is up. And once again, that is freshman Jaden Lopez on the kick, and it is good. So the Panthers now leading 14-7.
Let's go! The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa. Let's go!
So the Panthers with a 5-play drive took 69 yards down the field in a minute 49. Finished off there by the Gavin Black 14-yard touchdown, leading now 14-7.
Well, a good drive by that Panthers on the answer to the Tascosa drive for a touchdown on their first series. So Panther offensive line, as I said in the commentary during the drive, they just took care of the offensive line of scrimmage right there and did a good job of opening that up for Black to get into the end zone.
The kick's going to be taken right at the 30 this time by Jalen Johnson, and he just absolutely has nowhere to go. Is no surprise, I know, Ian Riley among others on the tackle.
You can see the OC instant replay there. Good coverage by the Panther kickoff team, and they will start. I'm talking about the Rebels at their own 30-yard line. This is a 3-4 defense by Permian, 3 down linemen. That'll be for the Panther defense, Sebastian Sanchez, 94, Braden Allard, number 93, and Kofi Powell, number 90, from left to right. We'll do the linebackers here in a minute.
Obviously, the Panthers aren't going to be cheating quite as much after that last play. But great tackle there by Sebastian Sanchez as he's going to tackle the Rebels back for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, they didn't even touch him right there. They tried to pull a guard from the left side over to the right to kick him out, and he was just too quick to get in the backfield and make a play.
Official timeout on the field for an injured player, number 5 for Tascosa.
Well, he's already almost to the sideline. That was Zachary Fisher, the 3rd leading rusher for the Rebels coming into the ball game tonight. He had netted 14 carries for 190 yards, but he's going to lose 5 there. This time around the left side, the Rebels going to pick up positive yardage, going to be a gain of about 6.
Watch our OC instant replay there. They just pitched it out along the left side there. Going to see Jason Cranfield, number 34, come in to make the play, along with an assist from Roman Luaris from his safety position, number 4.
Tarian Johnson on that carry, number 6.
3rd and 8. Let's see if we see a pass from this Tascosa offense.
Well, they are, and there's the throw, and it's going to be caught for a Rebel first down. I believe that is Tillman once again, TJ Tillman, and first down Rebels.
Watch, that's just a quick stop route out here on the left side, right in front of the corner, Caleb Cruz, enough to get that Rebel first down, and I'm already a little shocked. We've seen 2 passes already from.
Went from 2 for 19 to tonight he's 2 for 2.
2 for 2, yep.
Fulton, and he's throwing the ball pretty hot too. He's got a good arm.
He's a big kid at quarterback.
He really is, and there's a good run right up the gut for a gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards.
Aiden Medina, watch, right up the gut. Good blocking by their interior offensive line. Number 55 is their center for the Tascosa Rebels, Tajin Terry. And the two guards, I'll try to get their names and numbers here. They did a good job right up the middle there.
Now that's going to be a short gain for the Rebels, but I do believe it's going to be enough for the first down. On the last carry, I already forgot, it was Trayson Elliott. And I think Elliott carried it on that play as well.
Yep, Luis Zapien, inside linebacker, number 37, making the play. That left guard for the Tascosa offense is number 68, Aaron Ferries. And I do believe that is, I'll have to get the other number here in just a second. We don't get a lot of depth charts from people during the week, especially out of town. Oh, my goodness, look at there.
Darian Howard bounces it outside, and he's going to be all the way down to the Panther 35-yard line for another 12 yards and a first down.
Kind of just rolls right out of a tackle there and gets outside before looks like number 13, Nada Cardoza, having to come up and make the play, but not before the Rebels have a first down at the Panther 35.
Fulton going to give up the middle. No, he's going to keep it around that right side. Fulton all the way inside the Panther 20. They're going to mark him out at the 16 for a 19-yard gain.
Yep, pulled the ball and riding it into that fullback's belly. Kept the ball out around the right side. Nobody there to take that around the right end for the Panther defense. And Fulton gets all the way up to the 16-yard line.
He's going to keep it again. This time kind of tripped as he goes up the middle, but not before he picks up 4 yards on first down.
Official timeout on the field. Number 90 for Permian has to come out for one play due to his helmet coming off.
Yep. That's Dow Watson, our head referee. Our umpire is Stephen Mahaffey. Line judge Noe Muniz. The head linesman Jeff Mata. The back judge Jesse Acosta. The side judge is Ben Grisham, and the field judge Joey Cadillo. This is a Permian Basin chapter officiating crew.
2nd and 6 for the Rebels. Fulton's going to throw again. He's got a receiver wide open. That's going to be a touchdown. Josiah Fields on the reception as the Rebels are just a kick away from tying the ball game.
Yep, slipped in behind the Panther secondary there. Nobody picked him up on the back end. Wide open on the backside of that Rebel touchdown or goal line. And they are an extra point away from tying this up. Somebody not on the field where they're supposed to be for Tascosa for the extra point.
Here we go. There he is. Wittenberg on again for do the kicking. Good snap, and the kick is up, and it is good. So 4:52, remaining in the first quarter. Already our score, 14 all.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
Well, the Rebels, with a 9-play drive, took them 3 minutes and 38 seconds. They took it 70 yards down the field, and once again we're knotted at 14. As Fulton now, I believe, 3 for 3 passing, came into the ball game, according to what stats we could find anyway, 2 of 19 through the first 3 ball games, and is 3 for 3 tonight with 2 touchdown passes, first 2 of the year.
They're going to pooch that thing over there.
This is going to be fair caught over there, this time by Jaden Cerna. And the Panthers will take over, it looks like, right on the 30-yard line.
Yep, second drive of the game for the Panther offense. Let's see what they can put together against this Tascosa defense.
Actually, this is their second drive, you're right. as they return that opening kickoff
Yep.
with not only your return man, but the blocker untouched.
Yeah, the other deep guy.
definitely a mistake there on special teams by Tascosa. But they're going to fix it by just not kicking it there as Garcia keeps it around the right side. Nice stop and start move. He's going to have about 12 yards out to the 42.
Yep, no inside pursuit from the Tascosa defense. See that hole open up on Odessa College instant replay. And one of their defenders there, number 37 for the Rebels, Brett Watley, having to make the tackle in the secondary at the 42 for a first down. Looks like we got, we're going to have a little substitution.
Maybe another helmet off, not sure.
Equipment problem, I believe.
Ashton Daly is checked into the ball game as your H-back now. Number 46, actually going to line up as a tight end on this play. Garcia fakes, fires to Robles, who does a 360 to make a great catch. Ball a little behind him, but he's going to have 12 yards and a first down.
He was lined up in the slot here. You can see the play-action pass held those linebackers by Garcia and allowed the receiver to run the quick slant from the slot position into Rebel territory, brought down at the 46 for another Panther first down.
16 yards on that passing catch. As so far, both offenses have had their way, which we have seen throughout the season so far for the most part. Offense is definitely ahead of the defenses. Black this time gets tripped up, falls hard on his back, but not before a 4-yard gain.
And he's looking for the cutback there toward the far sideline where the Rebels have their bench, and he ran right into somebody coming from that direction, but not before picking up about 4 yards there. Actually 5.
No, they're going to call it 4.
Yep.
Second down and 6 for the Panthers. 2 receivers bottom, 1 up top. Daly still in the ball game as the H-back. Williams trying to get the corner, and it's going to be strung out and taken down hard as he tries to do a little leap, little hurdle. Going to pick up a little extra yardage, but bring up a 3rd and 2.
Quick triple option read again by the Panthers. Jacob Garcia flipping that ball out to Williams, and boy, look at him get kind of taken out there with his legs in the air, but out of bounds. No harm done. They got about 2 or 3 yards there. 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. I see number 18 getting the ball here.
Well, I don't see any reason for him not to. Trips down here to the bottom. Peridot back in at tight end. Boy, that left side of the field was open, but Black's going to carry it out. One of the safeties did break up on that other side of the field before the ball was snapped, but Black's going to carry it for a first down.
They didn't have anybody out there on that edge, Clay, like you were talking about. And Nathan and I both looked at each other and thought, hey, speed option to that side might be open, but they ran the ball this way and got a Panther first down at the Tascosa 34. 2:48, clock running. You see down the bottom right-hand portion of your screen.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's not right.
I didn't think you could have 2 men in motion.
Well, they got to be set. You can put 2 guys that way.
Yep, he's down. He's down when he caught it, but that's a good catch out there by Ramirez. And Garcia does a good job to get that away.
You can move 2 guys in motion, but they both have to get set before you can do anything. I think the Panthers did that. Don't see a flag on the field.
That's going to be a 2-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Clock going to be inside 2 minutes when they take this snap.
Boy, got some trips. They see 3 wide receivers a lot tonight so far.
They have both sides of the field, short and top. It's going to be a screen out there. Robles is going to have another Panther first down at the 22-yard.
Wide receiver tunnel screen out to the far side. Lineman pulling out in front and getting some blocks. The receiver, number 15, Landon Robles, did a good job of catching the ball, getting up behind those big offensive linemen, and getting up the field to the 22 for another Panther first down.
Panther offensive line has done a good job so far, but it's been a pretty even dose of Gavin Black and throwing the ball. We thought we might see a heavier dose of 18. Garcia is going to follow him up the middle. Garcia with one move, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
That's a design quarterback draw. Watch here. Take a step back, show pass, let the guys get in front of you, and Garcia found an opening right in the middle, sees parted, and he walks into the end zone for another Panther touchdown. Great design by Permian there on the draw.
Caden Hernandez again to do the holding. Jaden Lopez on to do the kicking. The snap is good. The kick is good. So the Panthers leading 21-14, a minute 23 in the first quarter.
Wake up to great value with breakfast combo meals now at Taco Villa. Whether you choose mouth-watering biscuits and gravy, hash browns, and a 12-ounce coffee for only $3.99, or your choice of breakfast taco, golden hash brown with a 12-ounce coffee for $4.99, or your favorite breakfast burrito, hash brown, and a piping hot 12-ounce coffee for just $5.99. Breakfast at Taco Villa sounds good to me.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's two guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's two dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
Kason Navarrete again on to do the kicking for the Panthers, who just completed an 8-play drive. Took them 70 yards down the field, 3 minutes and 27 seconds, and Jacob Garcia carries it into the end zone from 22 yards out.
It was a great quarterback design draw there.
Kick is going to be taken just past the 20-yard line, returned out to about the 28-yard line, I believe, where the Rebels will take over.
Well, let's see if the Panther defense has made some adjustments on who they're going to get when they come out for a pass play in the secondary. That's been a adventure a little bit right now for the Panther defense and secondary. They were down here talking on the bench while that offense was doing their thing.
Well, that's obviously something they haven't seen on film because they haven't thrown the ball much.
Neither did we. Sure did not.
So the Panthers just getting something they weren't expecting, and the Rebels looking very, very workmanlike and accurate in that facet of the game so far. Carry up the middle, going to be a gain of about 2 out to the 30.
Good interior defense there. Looks like coming off the bottom. It's going to be number 92 for the Panther defense. And that is
Donovan Corrales.
Yep, Corrales on the tackle there.
2nd and 8 now for the Rebels. Clock inside a minute now in the first quarter. And Fulton's once again looking to throw, and he's got his receiver out in the flat. That's going to be complete to number 6, Tarian Johnson, and an Amarillo first down.
Roman Luares on the tackle there. You can see just running the out route over there by their sideline. Robles got over there once the pass was completed, and a first down for Tascosa at their own nose of the ball, touching the 46 almost.
Well, Fulton does have time to throw when he steps into that pocket. Here he is again. This time he's going deep, and it's not going to be able to get there. Intended for Reese Cabe, but it's going to fall incomplete.
Caleb Cruz read that very well. They ran a little switch route out here with the two receivers trading places on the field, kind of crossing on their routes. And Cruz did a good job of staying with the inside guy who was in motion coming out here and had him step for step.
2nd and 10 as Fulton's going to keep it, tackled awkwardly there after about a 3-yard gain.
It's number 30, Ian Riley again on the tackle. Watch him come in right there and bring the quarterback, Colton Fulton, down.
That's the end of the first quarter of play.
So we've reached the end of the first quarter with the Panthers leading 21-14. We'll be back to Ratliff after this.
It's what every cowboy dreams about under the Texas moon, getting to see their sweetie. Rich, flavorful kisses that taste like strawberries, cascading chocolate swirls that make an hombre weak in the knees, and cool, creamy shapes that'll put a jingle in your spurs. Heck, they're dreaming a Texas burger, where they've corralled fresh-made goodness sweeter than a Pecos cantaloupe. Texas Burger, wanted by Texans everywhere.
Diamond Pump and Transport LLC specializes in oil field transportation. We are locally owned and operated and do business in the Permian Basin and West Texas areas. We also provide hot oil service, acid pumping, water hauling, tank cleaning, and other types of oil field transport and hauling services. We invite you to call us today. Diamond Pump and Transport LLC, 432-617-8084.
There you see the Panther band tonight.
Got those middle school feeder bands there with them too tonight.
Oh, they do. That's
like we saw last night.
Yes, they are. Third down now and about 7, we're going to call it. Fulton's going to throw underneath. Going to be Tillman, but Tillman going to be yanked down about a yard, maybe 2 yards. Marking about a yard short, so it's going to be a 4th and 1 decision time here for the Tascosa Rebels.
Luis Zapien, number 37, did a good job of coming from his linebacker position. They're going to go for it. I expected that.
Fulton under center. Now they're going to look over to the sideline, see if they're going to run a play or just try and get the Panthers to jump. Do have receivers split out wide. Fulton with the pitch, and it's going to be a first down plus as Tarian Johnson still on his feet, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Tascosa.
Little pitch out over to the left side. Got the Panthers outflanked over there. Watch our Odessa College instant replay. Just flicked that ball out there real quick and got it out on the edge. And once they did, they didn't have anybody coming from the inside out till he got up the field too late. Tascosa Rebels are in the end zone for a touchdown.
Charlie Wittenberg looking to put his big size 12 into it, and they fake it, and it's going to be incomplete. Great job there by Cameron Mattingly of the Panthers, not falling for the fake. And so the point after will be no good, which leaves the Panthers with a 1-point lead, 21-20. See it there on the replay, our Odessa College replay.
Yeah, a little Tebow jump pass there.
Yeah, they did, because he was coming and jumping. So anyway, we'll be back to Ratliff after this.
E&E Service and Supply is your leader in well service supplies and rig packages. We manufacture oil savers, rod transfers, rod strippers, pipe wiper blocks, weight indicators and pads, rope sockets, drop valves, guy line blocks, swab mandrels, fishing tools, slip cylinders for Advance, BJ, and Giberson, and a whole lot more. Please come by E&E Service and Supply at 3501 Brazos.
Welcome back to Ratliff. Amarillo completes a 6-play drive, took it 72 yards down the field, and the 45-yard touchdown run for Tarian Johnson. His first touchdown run of the year. Came into the game with only 7 carries for 55 yards. The 2-point attempt goes no good thanks to the Panthers' Cameron Mattingly, and they lead 21-20. Now they're going to try an onside, and they are going to get it.
Yep, I do believe they have it.
They do have it. Has to go 10 yards. They have it just inside the 50-yard line in Panther territory.
Woo! And I tell you what, they're pulling out all the stops from the deep in the pocket playbook right now, aren't they?
I know it.
Why not? 1 and 2 coming in here against an undefeated Permian team.
I think this, you can see on the replay here, great kick by Wittenberg, boy. Look at number 7. Number 7 just waiting for the ball.
Yeah.
And a great kick by Wittenberg, just very well executed by Tascosa. This is their last non-district game, so
why not?
Why not?
Work on some things, get ready for your district season.
Yep.
Why not?
Show them some things that they're going to need to be looking out for.
That's right.
So Tascosa once again with the ball. Fulton looking to throw it again. And a little miscommunication as Johnson was scooting up the field and Fulton aimed to the sideline.
Panther secondary picked up the guys coming off the line of scrimmage there on this side of the field, had them covered very well. Incomplete pass will make it 2nd and 10.
Fulton with nobody split out wide, but does have receivers split top and bottom. And he's going to keep it over the left side. Going to be hauled down there by Kofi Powell and several other Panthers.
Yep, good job by Powell there, coming from his defensive end position.
Official timeout on the field for number 13, Tascosa. He'll have to come out for one play due to his helmet coming off.
Man, we've seen that's about 3 of those already tonight here, barely into the second quarter. And that's the quarterback, Fulton. So now under center is going to be Charlie McKinney for the Rebels. Good job by McKinney, just being ready to get in the ball game that quick.
Changing the play over on the sideline over there.
McKinney with the pitch.
Again, it didn't work there.
No, Panthers knew McKinney apparently was not going to throw the ball. And boy, they were coming with their ears pinned back.
Sebastian Sanchez watching our Odessa College instant replay coming from pursuit from his defensive end position out. That was the play they scored on the last series. Got around the corner. Permian made the adjustment, got outside, and made the play, going to force the Rebels to have to punt the football.
Now 3rd and 11 situation, and 4th and 11, and on to do the punting is Fulton, and it's a bad snap, and he goes down, he recovers the fumble, but the Panthers are going to come up with a big play again on special teams, take over at their Rebels 42-yard line.
Oh, those special teams mistakes, they will get you every time, and that's what happened there. Did not secure the ball and get it punted away. Panther defense responded once it hit the turf, and they've got a short field to work with here at the, looks like going to be about the 42-yard line of Tascosa. See if we go big deep here on the first play.
I think I'd go, well, they're not going to go 18 because he is not in the ball game now. The Panthers going to line up a tight end and an H-back and have 2 receivers top and bottom. And they're going to let Garcia run it again. He's going to get maybe about 2 yards down to about the 40, maybe 41-yard line.
They tried to spread the defense out there, Clay, where they could run that little quarterback power or draw again. And the Rebels rallied to that pretty quick. Permian only got a yard there.
Yeah, the Rebels weren't going to have any part of that. So 2nd and 9 for a Panther offense that to this point has had no trouble moving the ball. Number 18 has checked back into the backfield. So we will see if, they're going to move it back 5.
That's going to be on the center, yeah. He moved the ball.
Ball start. Illegal snap. Offense number 70. It's a 5-yard penalty. It remains 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a mental mistake right there. Got to focus in. You just got a big play and got a short field to work with. Got to focus in and execute offensively here.
Panthers now going to bring in Peridot, going to check out, going to go with 4 wide. Cerna out of the ball game also. 4 wideouts into the game for the Panthers. And play clock, as you can see, down now inside of 5 seconds. Panthers do get it off, and throw is going to be incomplete, intended for Ramirez out there, but great coverage by T.J. Tillman of the Tascosa Rebels.
Tried that little tunnel screen over to the far side of the field, and you're exactly right. They read it and made the adjustment to bust that play up. Here's 3rd and about 14 for the Panther offense.
Another Rebel run off the field there with his helmet off.
Wow. Maybe we're hitting each other a little better than we think.
I need to check the chin straps.
Yeah. Or those snaps.
Well, there's the Panthers. You can't have two guys in motion at once, I know. And there's flags all over the place. Black fights forward to about the 41-yard line. Rebels may decline this and leave the Panthers with a 4th and about 9.
Yep, and I'll tell you, Coach is not very happy about that mental mistake.
On the offense. 2 offensive players in motion and did not reset for 1 second. It's a 5-yard penalty, which is declined.
Yep.
It brings up 4th down.
Now, what do you do here, Clay? I think you go for it. Well, I don't think you get a lot of field position if you punt it into the end zone.
Well, they're going
to punt it.
I was going to say, Caden Hernandez comes in and gets a little coffin corner action going and gets them out inside the 10 and give your defense a chance to try and get you back in some good field position. And Hernandez, you never know. I think we might have seen him run a couple of plays at quarterback in a game earlier this year. But
just trying to pooch it. Get down there and get it.
No, it's
get to it.
That's a good spiral on that ball, and those are almost always going to bounce forward.
I was hoping he'd punt that ball out of bounds inside the 10 over here. It was on the near hash. See if they could pin them deep and make them have to go a little further than usual.
Well, it's going to be a net 21 yards. Going to go down as a 41-yard punt, but a net of only 21, and the Rebels take over with 8:37 to go here in the first half.
Well, we've kind of been surprised at what we've seen here. A couple of phases we didn't think, a lot of throwing, not so much on the run game part. Both offenses have executed and made some plays happen. And we're looking at a 1-point ball game with 8:37 left.
Timeout, Tascosa. Their first charge timeout of the half.
They're going to talk about it. We'll take a break as well.
Since 1958, we've been present for you. We appreciate our community and care about West Texans. That's why we're celebrating our love for this amazing community with a spectacular giveaway. From August 1st to December 6th, you can stop by one of our branches or find us at an event in the Midland, Odessa community to receive a special scratch-off card. There's a number of presents for you, including our grand prize, a 2-year lease on a 2024 Cadillac XT or $7,500 cash. Other prizes include a free car wash, oil change, and Complex community merchandise. At Complex Community Federal Credit Union, we're all about taking care of you and giving back with heartfelt generosity. So don't wait. Visit ccfcupresentforyou.com for details and official rules. No purchase necessary. Participants must be at least 18 years of age to qualify. Void where prohibited. All federal, state, and local laws apply.
There you see Fulton chased out of bounds as coming out of the timeout. The Rebels elect to run the ball. You'll see here on the Odessa College replay. And just nowhere to go that time. Going to be a pickup of 1. Going to bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Rebels. Fulton is he's a large quarterback.
Yes, he is.
He's a good-sized young man.
Look at him there.
Oh, he's got a
he dropped it. Wanted to run before he had it, Clay.
Josiah Fields wide open and had a lot of green and was looking to take off before he secured the ball. So now a 3rd down and 9 for the Rebels.
Wow. They had that set up. It was open over there, too.
Absolutely.
They didn't have anybody, I'm talking about Permian, on that side of the field ready to come up and make that tackle. And here's 3rd and 9. This is where you want this offense.
Absolutely.
But you got to finish it and get off the field if you're the Panther defense.
Rebels going to throw it here or run it?
Reverse.
Double reverse. And he's going to go nowhere. Does a great job. I tell you what, yeah, they're going to get that block.
That's in the blindside block.
Yep, he came back. He took out, I think, 3 players on that block. That was a Howard on the block.
So I had him right there. 30 had him too for Permian.
But that's going to move the ball back
to Ian Riley.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block. Offense number 26. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat third down.
Is that a full 15 if it goes inside the 20?
It's from the spot the ball was marked, and it was on the 21. So
that's going to go down to the 11, looks like.
Well, then that's not going to be a full 15 yards.
Half the distance, I guess.
So they're going to move it back
to,
we're going to call it the 10-yard line. So now that's going to set up a third and just about 20 yards for the Rebels. They're going to run it up the middle. Nice hole. Normally that'd be a great play, but unfortunately that's going to leave them a 4th down and 12.
That is Jason Cranfield making the tackle from his inside linebacker spot. You're right. If that's a regular play on a regular down and distance, they've probably got
8 yards.
8 yards there. They take that all day on that offense.
So Fulton this time, see if he can get the ball all the way to him and get a punt off. The Panthers going with only one deep. And I believe that's probably going to be Caleb Cruz. Fulton is going to angle that for the sideline and not going to get a whole lot out of that. Maybe about 20 and 25 yards.
20 yards on the punt there. And that kind of went off the side of his foot toward that Tascosa sideline. Here's Permian again with a short field to work with. Offense needs to come out, focus in, and execute.
Well, stopped for the first time tonight on their last drive as they took over at the 42-yard line of Tascosa and ended up only moving the ball up 1 yard. And a penalty also contributed to that and punted for the first time tonight.
Yeah, they moved the hash over to the right side because the ball went out of bounds over there on the sideline.
So the Panthers with the 1st and 10. Once again, going to have Ashton Daly in as your H-back, your blocking back there. Williams in motion. Black with the carry up the middle, and he's got room. Black still on his feet all the way down to the 25-yard line, 15-yard gain.
Good patient run by Gavin right here. Notice how he just kind of let that hole open up as he stuttered to his right and then saw the hole and accelerated through down to the 25 for another Panther 1st down.
Garcia bringing the play in as the Panthers have been doing for 2 years now. Just let the quarterback come over and get the play call. That way there's no communication problems. It's going to be Black again. He's going to bounce it out. There's another stiff arm.
Another one there.
Yep. Tillman able to go down and get his legs, and it's going to pick up maybe 3 yards on the play.
I'm like you. I believe the stiff arm has returned to football at Ratliff Stadium this year.
We have seen a lot of those between the Panthers and the Broncos and a couple of opponents.
Yep.
We have seen a lot of good stiff arms.
Yes, we have.
And that's talking about old school there.
As we did last night.
As we have talked about a few times.
I don't know if Larry Zonka used that stiff arm as much, but he just ran over people.
He didn't need it.
Didn't need it.
He run at that 50 or 60-degree angle. Black up the middle. He's going to carry it to about the 20-yard line for 3 yards.
Yeah, took his legs out right there. The Tascosa defender, that's number 14 for them,
Official
Damian
timeout
Cervantes.
Number 77 for Permian has to come out for one play due to his helmet coming off.
Wow, that is a lot tonight.
They're just dropping like flies out there.
Yeah, they are. My goodness.
Man, they got buckets all over the field, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Well, 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers. Now, we're going to see a pass here, or we're just going to hand the ball to 18?
Hand the ball to 18, I think. That's a good formula, I think, right now. Let him get up the field, go north towards Andrews, and get a 1st down. Oh, no.
Garcia's back, and there's a lot of pressure, but he's going to try and leg it, and he has the 1st down inside the 15. Good job by Garcia.
Well, they lost contain over on the far side, Clay, or Odessa College instant replay. He was going to try to hit the H out here to the left in the flat, and they picked that up, and Garcia just kept the play going by using his legs to get on around the right side. They lost contain, and he got a 1st down at the 13.
Well, good decision by quarterback Garcia there, as don't going to put the ball up and take a chance on turning it over and just let his feet do the work. There's Black up the middle. Black still on his feet all the way down to about the 7-6 yard line.
Yep, that offensive line moving the line of scrimmage north. You saw the H, and I believe that's the right guard or right tackle pulling across to get that block, sealing down with everybody else toward the opposite sideline, and Black just ran to daylight.
Well, I thought they were coming in now, but I did see the full house backfield headed that direction, but they are ready on the sideline. Second down now for the Panthers, and 3 for a first down, 6 for a touchdown. Black up the middle, and they will not need the full house backfield as Gavin Black into the end zone.
Left side of that Panther offensive line of Casas, Vela, and the center Henderson getting the job done and allowing Black to work his way into the end zone.
So here's Hernandez again on to do the holding for Jaden Lopez. Good snap, ball's up, and it is good. So the Panthers stretch the lead out now by 8, 28-20.
In West Texas, the spirit of rivalry runs deep, especially when it comes to high school football. But beyond the gridiron, there's a common ground we all share. At Sewell Ford, we believe that while competition brings us together, collaboration drives us forward. No matter the colors we wear, we all share the open road and the thrill of the drive. Sewell Ford, discover what brings us together.
Rosa's Cafe's breakfast takes me back to those early mornings. The smell of fresh homemade tortillas filling the air. The warmth of my mother's kitchen wrapped around me like a hug. Rosa's is a taste of home, a reminder of the love and tradition that went into every dish. Taste the authentic flavors of a Rosa's Cafe breakfast. After all, life is better with Rosa's Cafe.
You never know.
You see some of the Mojo faithful there. The Panthers take the ball 40 yards in 6 plays in 2 minutes, 47 seconds. And Gavin Black takes it to the house. Man, kickoff this time, Iker Munoz. And he drills the ball into the end zone, no return. And the Rebels will take over on their own 25-yard line.
So let's see if the Panther defense can get another stop, get off the field, and get out here. 4:33 left, plenty of time in the second quarter. Permian has 2 timeouts in their back pocket, so do the Rebels.
Man, you know, and I guess this is an old school part of me again. Used to see those 6, 7, 8 minute drives that just 3 and 4 yards, 3 and 4 yards. And I thought we might see some of that tonight, but thus far we have not. As coming around the right side, there's Johnson again. He's all the way out to the 46-yard line, going to be a pickup of 21.
And this is the triple option. Watch the slot guy come around from the left to the right, pitched it out there to him at the last moment. And I believe that's Nada Cardoza coming up to make the tackle, but not before a first down for the Tascosa Rebels at the 46-yard line.
Fulton's going to have 2 receivers split out to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. He's going to hand the ball up the middle to Howard, and he's going to be met immediately there by the Panthers.
I believe that's Cranfield, nope, Zapian, coming up from the outside linebacker position to make the play. Might have got a little help there on the left defensive inside by Sebastian Sanchez, number 94 for the Panthers.
Fulton's going to have the play signaled into him once again. Same set, 2 receivers top, an H-back, 1 receiver bottom. Howard in the backfield. Yeah, somebody got going a little quick there.
That's a left guard moving, Clay.
That's
False start. Offense number 68. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains second down.
that's going to back them up to the 42-yard line. Going to set them up now with a 2nd down and 14.
See if they try to get out on the edge here, maybe get some of that yardage back from the option play, getting their signals from the sideline.
Well, they're gonna end up spending a timeout here because the play clock's already down low and they're watching it. So we'll take it with them. We'll be back after this.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, it's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we design 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
Well, welcome back to our Trans Global Production High School Football Game of the Week. As always, we're produced and directed by Bob Bailey. Bob Trans Global Productions Bailey, as we know him.
Good look at the crowd here tonight. Good crowd here on the home side of Ratliff Stadium.
Looking at some of the scores around the district tonight.
Look at the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs winning 34-0. San Angelo winning 26-0. The Midland Legacy Rebels up 42-21 in the 2nd quarter.
Wow.
So already 63 points, 9 touchdowns in that game, and they're in the 2nd quarter.
That track meet happening at the Shotwell Stadium tonight.
Wow. Fulton, he's got his receiver there over the middle, and it's going to be caught. TJ Tillman into the end zone for the 58-yard touchdown.
My goodness, that's a blown coverage on the back end there. Watch our Odessa College instant replay. He just ran a go route, and nobody picked him up. You would think is what the down and distance was. You'd be thinking maybe a little pass of some kind, but they made it happen. It looks like Tascosa may go for 2 here.
Well, after botching it last time, you got to try and tie it up. 1 point won't do you any good. You're still behind, and the 2 point can tie it up. So we'll see. They got the left side is available, and it's up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Darian Howard for the 2 point conversion. So 2:52 remaining now in the first half, and we're all tied at 28.
Let's go! The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa. Let's go!
Welcome back to Ratliff Stadium as the Tascosa Rebels take it 3 plays, 75 yards, I believe a minute 41. And as Bobby didn't run enough commercials for me to pull my shoe off and count the time on that drive there. So anyway, the Rebels get the 2 point conversion, and now we're all square. 28. Panthers, plenty of time, 2:52 left on the clock. As Wittenberg gets ready to put his foot, this is going to be just a little pooch kick out here to the right. That's actually Gavin Black there, but boy, I tell you what, he's taken down immediately by Damian Cervantes.
Well, Panthers will have decent field position starting at their own 29-yard line. As Clay said, we got 2 timeouts in our back pocket and 2:49. I'd like to see them take this 2:49 off and get some points, go in with some momentum at the half, and make some adjustments. Talk about some things you want to do in the second half on both sides of the football.
Yeah, especially against the pass. Pass coverage has not been there for the Panthers, which up to now you wouldn't have thought you needed it. Garcia fakes it to Uranga, and he's going to throw. It's going to be caught there by Robles for a gain of about 4.
Good coverage by the secondary play there of Tascosa. That's number 44, Eli Norville, a senior linebacker making the play. Got about 4 yards on that.
It's Rebel defense has been giving up some yardage this year. They have come into the ball game 1-2, and last week against Lubbock Cooper, gave up 143 through the air and 210 on the ground. The Panthers going to give it to Uranga, and Uranga still on his feet all the way out over the 45-yard line.
Good play off the right side. Watch our Odessa College instant replay. Pull the guard and the H across, and Uranga found that crease and got up the field to about the 46-yard line.
13 yards on that carry for J.P. Uranga.
Clay, I noticed on that last play, Tyron Williams in the slot over here had one-on-one coverage. Let's see if they try to exploit that at some point. Now he's got a guy over the top of him there.
Well, he's in motion as well. He's going to take the pitch. The ball is knocked loose, and it's going to be recovered by number 33, Gavin Noble of the Rebels. Great play by the Rebel defense.
Yep, they got the turnover and going to get some momentum possibly to go in at the half, as it just did not secure the pitch. Watch the Odessa College instant replay. Pitch was a little behind the runner there, Tyron Williams, and just could not reel it in. It's a turnover. Panther defense needs to step up here, Clay, make a play. They need to keep them out of the end zone and not do what we call a lot of times about that double dip, getting points before the half and possession and points with the first possession, I should say, of the second half.
Fulton's going to keep it. He's around the right side. He's going to get out of bounds as the Rebels only have one timeout remaining, but they're going to have a first down at the Panther, maybe 18-yard line.
Yep, and the triple option there with the quarterback kept the ball and came around the right side, found a lane to run through, and got up to the 22-yard line of Permian. 1st and 10 Rebels.
Maybe I'm blind at the 22, not the 18, 17 area. Fulton is going to throw the ball, but he's flushed out of the pocket. Sebastian Sanchez on the chase there. Fulton, man, he goes in, drops that shoulder, and gets the ball down to the 18-yard line. There's a late flag coming out of that pileup.
This is going to be unsportsmanlike on Permian after the play. Watch our Odessa College instant replay. See the pursuit coming from Sebastian Sanchez there. Now he's just going to lower his shoulder here. And I don't know if we'll get to see the penalty after that, but somebody got a little.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, number 12, Permian. That penalty's enforced, half the distance to go. It carries an automatic first down.
And that's a lack of discipline right there, Clay. Can't have that type of penalty happen after you make the play and give them a chance to move on closer towards your own goal line. That's just
absolutely not, but it's going to be 1st and goal now. I think from the 9-yard line for the Rebels, and a young man that incurred the penalty I know is on the sideline now with the coaches. The pitch is going to be made, and the diving into the end zone for the touchdown. I believe that's number 5, Zachary Fisher for the Rebels.
Triple option here. Gonna pull the ball, pitch it right quick as you got pressure coming from the outside.
Defense number 30. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So the Rebels will take the lead for the first time tonight. Panthers will have time to tie it up again before halftime.
See the Panther brain trust there talking about some things they just saw and what they need to do, maybe talk about at halftime.
Charlie McKinney, backup quarterback, to do the holding. Wittenberg puts his big foot into it, and it's good. So 1:14 remaining. The Rebels now lead the Panthers 35-28.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
Our Transglobal Productions High School Football Game of the Week. We welcome you back. We want to thank all our sponsors for making these games possible each and every week. The Rebels, after the Permian fumble, take the ball 3 plays, only took 25 seconds off the clock and go 36 yards to take the lead for the first time tonight, 35-28. The Panthers with time now. Not much, but they do have time, as they do still have 2 timeouts remaining.
Got to get this possession here, run up.
Yep, it's going to be fair caught there. Cerna with the fair catch, so the Panthers, with no time off the clock, will take over.
Well, they've pooched that kickoff ever since the opening one,
yeah,
right?
Well,
they're not going to take that chance again.
That's what you call fast learners.
Yes. Adjusting on the fly.
Yes, that's a coaching adjustment made immediately.
Yep.
Minute 12 for the Panthers, and they will have 72 yards to go to the end zone.
And 2 timeouts, so be efficient here.
2 receivers top and bottom. Gavin Black in the backfield. Panthers with plenty of time. And Garcia rolls left, wanted to throw back to the right, still got plenty of time, gets rid of it, and he's going to be drilled after he throws it out of bounds.
Nobody open there. Good coverage in the Rebels secondary there. Nobody open. Did have a receiver trying to go from the near side across to the far side, but that's a long throw for the Panther quarterback. I think he made the right decision by throwing it away and living to play another day.
I'll tell you what, Bishop Nash said hello Garcia as he let go of that ball. He gave him a shot.
Introduced him to somebody from Amarillo, did he?
Absolutely. Welcome.
And not by morning.
No. I'd get rid of that ball a little quicker maybe next time.
Yep.
Garcia running around in the pocket, and he is going to go down as he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 20-yard line. Final sack made there by Crush Johnson, appropriately named, and the clock is going to be stopped as the Rebels are going to call timeout.
Timeout, Tascosa. 3rd and final of the half.
Taco Villa combo meals are a great value, and now we have 3 delicious new ways to save on lunch and dinner. Whether you choose 2 flavorful bean burritos and a 20-ounce drink for only $5.99, or 2 of our famous crunchy tacos with a 20-ounce drink for $6.99, or bring a friend and share 3 crunchy tacos, 3 bean burritos, and 2 refreshing 20-ounce drinks for only $17.99. A combo meal at Taco Villa sounds good to me.
Welcome back here to our Transglobal Production High School Football Game of the Week. 44 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Panthers with a 3rd down and about 18 from their own 20, trailing by 7.
See some of the Panther faithful there looking on in the stands. We're inching our way closer to halftime action.
That was the last time out for the Rebels. The Panthers.
Look at the safety in the middle of the field. He's way back.
Yep, they're playing deep. And they're going to give it to Black up the middle, and Black's got a lot of running room, gets a block from Robles, and Black's going to be out just short of what was needed for the first down. Going to pick up about 16 yards.
Yep, had to get to the 38, and he stepped out at the 36, so this will be 4th and 2. We'll see if Coach Ellison's going to roll the dice. He's not.
I don't see any reason to go for it here.
Nope.
I mean, if you pick it up, you still don't have much time left. If something bad happens, then that's another bad mistake, and Tascosa might take advantage of it.
Yep. with a short field and already a 7-point lead.
So I think that's a good call. Going to go into the locker room here and make some adjustments, talk it over, and boy, Hernandez just barely gets that ball away, and he is going to get a nice, healthy Panther bounce. That ball's going to go all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Good roll, good punt. Flip the field for the Panthers. Get some field position here. Now they just can't give up a long, big play here. Get off the field, get in the locker room, and make some adjustments.
Yeah, I don't see Tascosa trying to get fancy or outsmart anybody here. You've got a surprising 7-point lead here at Ratliff Stadium on the road. You just take a knee and go to the locker room yourself.
Yep.
Don't want to take a chance of fumbling it. They deferred in the first half on the flip, so they're going to get the ball in the second half, so they are going to have a chance for the aforementioned double dip. And there's Howard just up the middle. He's going to pick up a yard before he's driven way back.
Cranfield and company. There's another helmet coming off.
Number 29 for Tascosa will have to come down to the play for one play.
I've never seen so many helmets come off in the first half.
That was crazy, and that was not Damian Howard on that carry. That was Trayson Elliott. As I misidentified it.
That also includes a 10-second runoff. That's the end of the first half of play.
There we go.
Tascosa was out of timeouts to make that go away.
I'm sure Tascosa's just fine with that. So we're going to go to halftime with the Amarillo Tascosa leading the Permian Panthers 35-28.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's two guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's two dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
It's what every cowboy dreams about under the Texas moon, getting to see their sweetie. Rich, flavorful kisses that taste like strawberries. Cascading chocolate swirls that make an hombre weak in the knees. And cool, creamy shapes that'll put a jingle in your spurs. Heck, they're dreaming a Texas burger, where they've corralled fresh-made goodness sweeter than a Pecos cantaloupe. Texas Burger, wanted by Texans everywhere.
At Sewell, we know that cherished memories are made in the simplest moments. And those memories are made one play at a time. Sewell, where unforgettable moments begin.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, it's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we design 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
Hey, welcome to Halftime. We've got another entertaining set of stories coming up here for you. I'm Mike Adkins, Chief Communications Officer for Rector County ISD, and I'm joined right now by our ECISD Chief of Police, Jeff Daniels. And so we want to talk safety and security. Thanks for coming and being with us and sitting down for a few minutes with us. So very active and stressful beginning to the school year. You guys have been very busy. We have too. Parents have concerns with the way things have begun. Let's talk about, just for a minute to start with, these anonymous threats on social media. So it's something that honestly has been around for several years and you guys have dealt with, and really all over the country this is happening again right now. Can you walk us through your process? How do you handle when you are notified of a threat on social media that is anonymous, or maybe even it does mention an ECISD school name, but often they're just general anonymous threats towards schools. What's the process that ECISD police uses?
Correct. When we get a threat, we do look into the initial phase of it, of where did the threat come from, what content is listed into the threat, and then we'll deploy either a detective or a team of detectives to begin the investigation. During that investigation, if we deem that it's credible or outside of what we're capable of doing, we may also bring in state and federal authorities who have a cybercrime team that assists us in investigating these type of incidents.
Okay. Depending on, again, kind of what you find, we base a lot of our communication off of that. And so we have, you and I conferring, and then with district leaders as well, what is the right response? And quite honestly, we have seen the pendulum swing from parents asking us and really wanting to know each and every time we see something come up, to that reaching a point where parents begin to tune it out. And so we swing the pendulum to a little bit more to, if it's specific to a school, we'll call and do notification. What is your advice for parents as they see these threats and kind of how we handle them and how you feel it? What do you want them to know when they see kids or they see these threats on social media?
First, we want them to share it with us. We take every threat serious. We want them to do the same thing. We don't ever want to get to a point in time where we see a threat and just think it's just another threat. Everyone gets investigated. Every one of them gets looked into. So when they see something like that being shared, share it with authorities. Don't post it to social media. Don't send it back out. That just makes our job harder in investigating. We try to get a threat as quick as possible that hasn't been shared multiple times. The more it's shared, it becomes more complicated for law enforcement to be able to track down the original poster.
And you talk about a threat being credible versus non-credible or not as credible. The response may vary a little bit, but again, you talked about you take everything seriously, and there will be a response from the police department.
Yes, to every threat there'll be a response, whether we deem it credible or not credible. Depending on the nature of the threat and what is being stated will depend on how we deploy from that aspect of it.
Okay, all right, very good. And so we ended the week on a Friday afternoon with lockdown at Nimitz Middle School. And the situation around that was a little bit unique because of the way it happened with a student yelling out in the middle of a crowded cafeteria. That created a situation where it was, students were running and people were responding even before the adults on campus had any real understanding of what had happened or why this was happening. Can you talk a little bit about that situation and the uniqueness of it, but also in general, what is a lockdown and what are your procedures, and how does the law enforcement community locally respond to a lockdown call?
So each situation is very unique when we come into one of these situations of a lockdown or a threat being called out on campus like we saw at Nimitz. Officers are trained to deal with that as they approach the scene. So even with kids running out of the school into our fields and throughout our community, they already start the process of stopping those kids and beginning to deal with that threat, trying to determine the nature of it. Why are they running? Where is the threat? What did they see? What did they hear? And that's going to help the response of follow-up officers and first responders that are coming to the scene. We have in the district, in every school district across Texas, we follow the standard response protocol, which calls for a lockdown in that situation. The initial threat came from inside the campus, which means we go into lockdown. Our campus responded perfectly. They heard, what they believed to be true, went into a lockdown, which allowed first responders to come, check the school, clear the school, where we could be 100% certain there was no true threat. This was, one child, one student saw an opportunity to create chaos and did. We still followed through 100% of our processes of investigation and deeming every child and every staff member was safe in that time.
Heard you talk a little bit about, too, it was 30 to 40 minutes from the time you got the call to the time that you were able to deem the campus was safe, and then begin releasing students to their parents. That feels like an eternity if you're on the outside waiting to hear about your kids. But in response, in terms of a response, it was really very quick, and you were talking a little bit about inside. It was orderly. Can you talk a little bit about what is happening inside, particularly once you've cleared it, and then as parents are waiting, why it feels like it stretches on for them. You're moving very deliberately inside the school.
Yes. So inside the campus, once we've checked everything, and I mean everything about your hallways outside of the school to look for any signs of an incident that took place, then we go room to room, one at a time, checking the room, checking on students, checking on staff to ensure they're okay and no one is in there to cause any harm. Once we've done that, we begin to determine on whether we're going to do a release from campus or we're going to go back to our normal school day. In this instance, we had parents come to school that wanted their children. So we knew we were going to do a release for those who did show up. Mm-hmm. And so we had to set up a structure inside capable of handling that release. You know, typical school day, it's one clerk handles the parent that comes in to remove their child. We had 1,000 parents outside that wanted their child. So it was very chaotic outside. It was very frustrating outside, dealing with the unknown. Or they're speaking to their child through their phone and getting information that sometimes is not always correct. And so it does create panic and the concern for parents. We understand that. But on the inside, it's not that way. It's calm. It's orderly. We have a process in place. It takes a little bit of time to get other first responders who aren't familiar with our processes in the school district on board and assign them a job and get them in an area to complete that job. Once we had that set up and in place, we began releasing students just as fast as possible. Like you said, within 40 minutes, we did all of that. Within 40 minutes, and we had our first students walking out the door with their parent, safe, and we knew everyone else was safe.
Yeah, and really, to you and your team and all of the agencies that responded, because I've heard you say you don't think there was any agency that's represented in West Texas that didn't respond that day and show up on campus. So thank you for the quick response and really just being there to make sure everybody was safe and secure. So.
Well, it takes a community to keep our schools safe.
Yeah, it really does. And I do want to emphasize that piece on the orderly release. The last thing we want to do is, you know, in that environment is release a student to somebody that they shouldn't be leaving with. And so that idea, moving from that emergency response to a very orderly release of your student to make sure they're with the right person as they're leaving, and the parent, does take time and a lot of structure and a lot of work inside the building. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, that was good. Tell us a little bit more about the standard response protocol, because this is something that we've used for several years and throughout the state of Texas as well.
It's a system that is now required for every public education system across Texas. It goes over how they handle an emergency within their school district, whether it be a fire or a lockdown or a secure. They have standards set in place that we practice. We've had it in UCSD several years before it was required. We adopted the practice here, and so it just ensures that every school district is on the same page when conducting these emergencies. So it allows us to train first responders no matter where they're from. You might get an officer that worked in Houston and they're here today. They handle the same type of situations in Houston that we handle here in Odessa the same way. And so it makes the practice standard across the board. It trains our kids and our parents as well, as if they move to other districts, they're going to have the same emergency procedures to follow. It puts us all on the same page and makes it a safer place. Our practices, our schools practice a drill every month. They practice lockdown procedures. They practice shelters. Our students are very well prepared for this, and we saw that with Nimitz, how well prepared they were. They knew when the call came out exactly what to do, and they performed exceptionally. So it's a standard across the state that we've had here for numerous years, and it's become a custom in our daily practices on how we protect our campuses, and it's shown to be a proven great process.
And when it's called, especially as a parent and you're listening or you're getting updates from the school, it is very easy to confuse the terminology, but that is available on our website, and we have signs at schools. But for this moment, a lockdown is the most severe response. That's an emergency that, as you said before, the emergency call originates from inside the school, or maybe even on the property right there. That's when you are stopping everything, and everybody is to take, is to cover behind a locked door. Something. Again, it's the severe response. Stop everything you're doing. basically, and hide.
Correct. It is the one response that stops the educational process.
Yeah.
We're going into the most secure areas we can get into and wait for first responders to come.
Okay. And then there's the secure, which is really a precaution. We've heard of something, somewhere. We're just gonna bring people inside, but inside the building, everything's going on as usual.
Yeah, and it's kind of what we see daily with our schools already. We're pretty much already in a secure, the way we control visitors in and out of our campuses. This just doesn't allow anyone to come in. Right. So as a visitor coming in that would like to visit the campus, if we're under secure, you're not going to get in. Right. So that's one thing we want parents to know is understand that if we are under secure, no one will enter the building. But it's business as usual inside. The kids are still learning. They're still going to lunch and following their normal routine throughout the day.
Okay. And then shelter, the other term that can easily be confused, in the moment, that's really related to weather. And then we're looking at something that may impact, again, anybody being outside the building.
And it's secure and shelter are pretty much the same thing. Okay. It's just the verbiage has changed over the years, which has caused a little bit of confusion.
It has, yeah. Okay. Talk about preparedness. How prepared and how does ECISD police and then the district larger prepare for this type of emergency? Because I'm not sure that everybody fully understands how many officers, how they're assigned, how they're trained, and how you set up daily is to protect all of our students and staff.
So ECISD went with the best practice of the state of Texas. The state of Texas came out and said, we want to arm every campus after Uvalde. The best the best way to do that is to hire a police officer and put that officer on each campus. That is the best thing you can do. Districts had a choice on, from there, maybe escalating down to guardian programs such as that. ECISD made a commitment to follow best practices. And so in the meantime, we've employed 53 officers. Current staffing is at 53. We're almost to the point now where we have an officer on every single campus. We expect to be full by December and be able to have an officer trained and in those roles. That's a huge commitment to safety on our campuses. Another thing we do is we do audits. Our officers on campus daily auditing the safety of our campuses. And if they find an issue, that's reported immediately. And those issues are priorities. So if it's a door that doesn't close right, it's a priority to our operations division to have that door fixed within the end of the day. And then we staff that day, that door. It's not just the door doesn't work, someone's monitoring it. So our campuses are secure as they've ever been. And it just keeps getting better as we move forward in this process because employees are coming on, getting on board, staff members are learning the procedures more and more and being accustomed to them more as they're looking out. You see staff members walking by doors and just push on them to make sure they're still closed. In the past, we never saw that. You see students double-checking doors that they come through to make sure the door has closed behind them. We've created a culture here of safety, and that is something that a lot of school districts are still trying to achieve. So in terms of preparedness, we're above a lot of places right now. Other initiatives we've taken on in the district is active shooter training, how first responders respond to these situations. We've been one of the leads in the West Texas area since 2001. When this was even new coming out, ECISD stepped forward and said, this is something we need to really be prepared for. And so we've trained multiple agencies across West Texas on how to respond to our campuses during these chaotic events, the worst case scenarios. We continue to host those trainings yearly. Every summer, we're hosting agencies that come in. We're teaming up with multiple agencies to teach these. I employ about 20 train-the-trainers for active shooter. So we're one of the leads in the area, and that's a big initiative as well as keeping our campuses safe in what we do. Another thing we've done throughout the district to better prepare our district is equipping the officers.
Yeah.
You could see things in some of these situations across the nation where they're wanting to get the equipment there to be able to do the job. Our officers carry the equipment. We were able to, through grants, secure 33 rifle-resistant shields. That's the most that we've ever had, and I think that a school district got it in the initial process of this. We've outfitted the majority of our department with rifle-resistant body armor. And so that's another huge step in protecting those first responders to go in and deal with the most serious situations to begin with. Now, as we add people, we continue to push for more grants to bring in more equipment and more training. And so the process never stops. We continue to evaluate the processes, to look at safety and see what's new, what's out there that can better protect our students and staff, and we push towards that.
Yeah, impressive, very impressive.
Thank you.
Canine units as well are an advantage that ECISD has right now.
Correct. We have 4. We have 4 deployed throughout our schools. 2 are narcotics canine and 2 are weapons canines. And in situations like this where we do receive a threat, it's a great point is our weapons canine are deployed to those campuses that may be mentioned or possibly mentioned, and they do room-to-room searches. Looking for weapons. These dogs are highly trained. The officers are trained, they train monthly. They deploy every day on our campuses. The dogs do an exceptional job. And so that's a great tool that a lot of school districts don't have, is to have that animal on scene that's capable of finding a weapon if there is one.
Right. And your officers, again, kind of going back to training and qualifications, fully licensed peace officers, some trained in SWAT tactics. So, I mean,
Correct.
You have a highly skilled, you are putting together and have put together a very highly skilled police force to help patrol. And again, we're talking about schools here, but you're also active part of the community and keeping Odessa and Ector County safe.
Correct. We are community partners, and we respond anywhere in the county. We've also been deployed to a lot of counties outside of ours to assist. We've sent our weapons dogs to places such as Alpine, Midland, I believe Big Springs. So we're not just Ector County. We're a community. We're West Texas. So we help out everywhere we can. But it's because of the expertise we bring into the department that allows us to be able to do that.
Right. Very good. So all of that is really good. But I think you touched on a really important piece of that, and that's the vigilance. And so it is every day is serious. Every report is serious. And really, I think that's a big piece of what we call upon ourselves as district employees, but also the community, parents, and students. If you see something, say something, or if you're hearing about something, report to us. It's one of the reasons, really, the culture that you're talking about is really one of the reasons that our Crime Stoppers and Student Crime Stoppers program is so well regarded around the state of Texas. It's shown to be very effective.
Yeah, we will, one of the best programs across the state. Our kids do a phenomenal job of reporting issues they see. I think we're sitting around 70 reports since Wednesday night of last week. That's huge. I remember years ago, we might get 1 or 2 Crime Stopper tips that come in on this. It's nonstop, and they still continue to come in. And we encourage that. If it's new to you, send it to us. Right. Don't send it to anyone else. Right. Send it to us.
Yeah. So kind of wrapping this up just a little bit, the Crime Stoppers is effective and growing, but I think it also speaks to what you hope is your purpose as a campus officer, right? And it's not just about enforcement, but a school police officer should be building relationships, and that's really ultimately what we want, is students and staff to trust and be able to report and feel comfortable doing that.
Correct. We want everybody to know that officer's number one job is to keep them safe. And the better of a relationship they can build with each other, the more safety that they're going to get for their campus. It's going to be a safer environment. Students are going to feel safer coming up and speaking with that officer. And we train our officers to go out and visit with the kids, get to know the people you're working with. Don't just be the badge standing in the hallway. Be the badge that they can approach and talk to, and they feel secure and safe talking to.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Chief Daniels, before we're finished, anything else that you'd like parents, community, staff to know?
We would like our parents to recognize that safety for our campuses begins at home. Have a conversation with your child. It takes 5 minutes. Talk about things they should not be saying in school, things they should not be sharing, and if things that they are seeing that they need to report to them. You need to have an open line of communication with your child when it comes to safety for them. And that's what the first line of defense for our campus is, what happens at home.
Okay. Chief, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Really good. Yeah, good information. Thank you for listening and really taking to heart the things that we want to make sure you know. We're about safety, and we want to be as safe as possible every single day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
All right. Second half is coming up soon. We'll be right back.
Well, there you see some of the stands on the Panther sideline. A lot of folks out here tonight. Turned out to be a nice night for football. Welcome back to our Trans Global Production High School Football Game of the Week. As always, produced and directed by Bob Bailey. I'm Clay Kennedy along with Kyle Hubbard and Nathan Hubbard here doing the game for you tonight. We appreciate you being with us. Real quick, before we get back to talking about some statistics there in the first half, quick shout out to Kevin C. in Georgia tonight. Miss him at the ball game here. I guess we'll see him here next weekend. So anyway, Kyle, statistically, the Panthers trailing by 8 on the scoreboard. What's it look like on the statistics sheet?
Well, they're trailing in a couple of different areas here, too. About the only thing close right now is first downs. Permian with 9 in the first half to 8 for Tascosa. But right now, it's all Tascosa statistically. So give you some individual stats. Permian in the rushing department right now, led by, no surprise, Gavin Black, 10 carries on 88 yards and a touchdown. Also from John Paul Uranga, had 1 carry for 13 yards. We've seen Tyron Williams come around on the reverse once and get the ball, 2 carries for 19 yards. And the quarterback, Jacob Garcia, 4 carries for 43 yards. Garcia, 5 of 7 in the first half in the passing department for 66 yards. Permian ended up with 109 total in the first half. That's got to get a lot better. I think we'll probably see a bigger dose of 18 in the first half or in the second half. I think they'll probably try to give him a steady dose of that football and let him go wearing on that Tascosa defense. They were very balanced, which surprised us in the first half. I'm talking about Tascosa had 167 yards as a team rushing in the first half, led by number 6. That's Tarian Johnson. He had 4 carries for 68 yards. Also carrying the ball for them, Colton Fulton, their quarterback on the option. 9 carries for 57 yards, and he was 6 of 9 in the first half. Through the airways, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns in the air. His favorite receiver in that first half was T.J. Tillman with 4 catches for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. He got a lot of help also from Josiah Fields, number 81. 2 catches, 13 yards and a touchdown. And also Tarian Johnson catching the ball twice for 6 yards. They had 163 yards passing in the first half, Clay.
Came into the night, from best we could tell, with 19 yards in 3 games.
Boy, they totally flipped it. Totally flipped it in a week, didn't they?
They have. They sure did. Well, as we get ready to start the second half here, we also want to give a shout out, a get well to Larry T. up in Nashville, Tennessee, recovering nicely, as I understand. Going to be 100% before we know it. I know he's watching tonight. Appreciate you, Larry T. We miss you being here. Panthers get ready to bust through the sign, and there they come, ready to start the second half. They will be kicking off, though, to Tascosa, who has a chance to do the infamous Barry double dip, where they score before half and then going to get the ball in the second half and score again.
Yeah, this first drive for the Panther defense is very important. They need to keep them off the scoreboard and get the ball back and get this thing tied up. I'd like to know what kind of adjustments they talked about down there in that locker room at the half. I'm sure there was a lot of talk about coverage and on the secondary, on the back end there, getting them in coverage and getting them to read routes and get on those receivers and see if they can get that offense going in the second half. I misquoted the first half. Permian actually did end up with 163 yards rushing in that first half to go along with their 66 yards. That ended up being 229, so they had a little more offense than I had added up there. But, boy, you give up 330 yards to Tascosa in the first half. That has got to change drastically for this Permian team.
Well, it is a big surprise. Tascosa came into tonight having outputs of 235 yards in a loss to Amarillo Paladuro. Had 484 yards, all of it rushing against Wichita Falls Legacy in their lone win of the season, and only had 148 yards against Lubbock Cooper last week. Return there, T.J. Tillman once again, still on his feet, out over midfield, and it's a foot race, and T.J. Tillman is going to repeat the Panther feat of the opening of the ball game and take this 100.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the
time momentum continuance for Tascosa there. My goodness, missed a couple of tackles, did not wrap up and get there and make the play. I'm talking about the Permian kickoff coverage team, and we're an extra point away from them being up by 14.
Wow, well, that's not the double dip you expected, so shocking things going on here at Ratliff Stadium tonight. High snap, McKinney gets it down, and Wittenberg puts it through, and the Rebels now lead 42-28. We'll be back after this.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
Welcome back to Ratliff Stadium. Just as we did in the first half, the beginning of the ball game, we break quickly after the opening kickoff of each half tonight has been returned 4 touchdowns. This one by Tillman had to be close to 105, 106 yards.
He was 4 or 5 yards deep in the end zone,
wow.
That's for sure. Panther offense has got to come out and execute. Starts with this return. I bet they don't kick it deep.
I would not kick it deep.
I wouldn't either.
They haven't. They learned their lesson early in the ball game, and there's going to be the fair catch, and the Panthers will take over from that point.
Well, let's see what adjustments the Panther offense has made at half.
Mark that ball on the 25-yard line for the Panthers. Yeah, Panthers offense looked really good until in the second quarter. They had one drive where they punted, one drive for a touchdown. Then they had the fumble.
The fumble's what turned the momentum.
And that turned the momentum, and then they got the ball again, but ended up having to punt right before halftime.
One high safety playing cover 3 in the secondary.
Fulton throws that incomplete. Not Fulton, Garcia throws that.
Panther coaching staff wants a penalty. Did they throw it from the back end? Don't believe they threw it from the back end. Panthers wanted a 45-yard line. Yeah, I believe there might be. That's Dow Watson, our head official tonight. If you're a Permian fan, you've been around a long time, you know that name.
See what the call is going to be here.
The result of the play is an incomplete pass. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense number 6, the 15-yard penalty. Correction, half the distance to the goal. The down counts as second down.
Oh my goodness, that's a big penalty. That's a huge penalty.
Boy, I didn't see anything happen there, so that's going to put them back now. First down and about 22 from their own 13-yard line. Black's going to carry the ball over the right side, and he's going to squirt up and pick up the penalty yardage back out to the 25.
Right side of that Panther offensive line creates a crease for him to get through. That's Justin Green, 63, and Hector Vasquez, number 75, opening that up. Got up to the 25-yard line and going to make this 3rd and 10.
That carry right there for Black unofficially, I think, puts him right at 100 yards on the evening, which is about half of what he averages for a ball game.
Showing blitz.
Garcia throws. Ball's tipped. It's up. Almost picked off there. Little confusion amongst a couple of the Rebels there. Crush Johnson, great first name. Had an opportunity to maybe pull that in.
Tried to throw the quick slant on the play action pass and just did not execute the play. Almost got picked off. That might have been a big turnover too. But the Panthers will have to punt. 4th and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
So Hernandez on to do the punting for the Panthers. Snap is good. Gets off a nice spiral kick again. And there's going to be no return. Going to take another good bounce for Hernandez all the way back to the 24-yard line.
Well, Panther defense has got to get off the field here, get the ball back to that offense. Cannot allow them to have a drive here with a 14-point lead. So let's see what happens as the Tascosa offense, led by their quarterback, had an excellent first half of play for the Rebels. That is Colton Fulton again. He was 6 of 9 for 163 yards in the first half. Could throw and show us he could throw and run that triple option offense.
51 yards on the punt for Hernandez. Pitch out wide. Panthers trying to strip the ball, not able to do it, but still nowhere to run. Going to be a gain of only a yard there. I believe that was Zachary Fisher on the carry.
Caleb Jameson, number 12, kept his gap responsibility on the outside there and forced that running back inside. Got some help from pursuit coming from the inside of that Panther defense. They only got a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 25.
Fisher does a good job there hanging on to the ball. Panthers definitely trying to yank it loose, and he had both meat hooks on it and didn't give it up. Carry up the middle is going to be enough for the first down all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Yep, this is the dive off the left side. Little crease right there. And you can see coming up number 37, Luis Zeppian, having to make the play, but not before the Rebels get a first down.
Trayson Elliott on that carry for the Rebels, and it is indeed going to be a first down. Fulton with back in motion is Johnson. Fulton rolling, going to look deep. He's just going to throw it up for grabs, and a good play there by Caleb Cruz as he knocks the ball harmlessly to the turf.
That's a good no-call, Clay, because they were both handsy with each other back here. Making a play on the ball, though. I like the no-call there, and I like the coverage by number 23 for the Panther defense, Caleb Cruz. Started last year as a freshman, now as a sophomore. Leading that secondary back there and knocking the ball away, making it 2nd and 10.
Well, you know, his teammate on the other corner, a sophomore also for the Panthers, so young at the cornerback position. Give up the middle. This time I believe it's Howard, and man, he has drilled balls
out.
Looks like the ball was loose.
Yep.
Howard's going to have about 4 yards on the carry, and they are indeed going to call him down, so it'll be 3rd and 6.
Sebastian Sanchez from the defensive end position, number 94, crashing down to help on that tackle. And ball's going to be spotted at the 39. This is 3rd and 6. It's a big 3rd down.
Amarillo Tascosa led by Coach Ken Plunk.
Ken Plunk, who was an assistant at Permian at one time. Defensive coordinator under Scott Smith, the early 2000s.
Fulton with a dangerous pitch.
Yep.
as Jamison comes up with a big hit there. Great job by the Rebel running back to hang on to the ball because he gets lit.
Yeah, they ran that into pressure coming from the near sideline, making sure that option man was taken care of, did Caleb Jamison, and Rebels are going to have to punt the football.
Reese Cabe takes it on the chin there.
Like to see a return here, Clay.
But,
something big.
Fulton is an end over end. It's going to take a nice bounce. Going to be no return. Oh, now it turns around and comes back on him a little bit. Going to be down there by Shepard Stapp for the Rebels at the 27-yard line.
Well, Panther offense has got to put a drive together.
7:44 remaining here in the third quarter. And we talked about it. 9 touchdowns in the first half, and that wasn't even the most in the district tonight as the Legacy Rebels put a 49 spot and a 49-28 score, so 11 touchdowns at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene in the first half.
The track meet's there, and they don't even have a track.
Black up the middle finds a big hole. He's going to fall forward for a gain of about 8 on first down.
Yep.
Official timeout on the field for an injured player for Tascosa, number 30.
We'll take it with them, so we'll be back to Ratliff after this.
Wake up to great value with breakfast combo meals now at Taco Villa. Whether you choose mouth-watering biscuits and gravy, hash browns, and a 12-ounce coffee for only $3.99, or your choice of breakfast taco, golden hash brown with a 12-ounce coffee for $4.99, or your favorite breakfast burrito, hash brown, and a piping hot 12-ounce coffee for just $5.99. Breakfast at Taco Villa sounds good to me.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
Welcome back. There you see the student section of the Panthers. A lot of young folks out to watch the football game tonight. The young man from Tascosa able to get up and get off the field under his own power. Saw Ellison and Coach Plunk, the aforementioned Plunk, out to speak to each other. A little hug there during that timeout. I don't know, Coach Plunk, if you go to see a Tech game, you might see Plunk on the back of a defensive back there. It's his son Joseph playing for Texas Tech this year, as Gavin Black carries the ball forward for a gain of about 6 and a Panther first down.
Result of the play is a first down. Official timeout on the field for an injured player for Tascosa, number 17.
Well, I think we will just take a break and let them work on him as well.
At Sewell, we know that cherished memories are made in the simplest moments. And those memories are made one play at a time. Sewell, where unforgettable moments begin.
Welcome to Rose's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration meant to be shared. Go ahead, pull together tables for any size group. Because at Rose's, we believe that everyone deserves a seat at our table. So come together, share the joy, and experience authentic Mexican food at its finest as you create memorable moments in our comfortable, colorful dining room. After all, life is better with Rose's Cafe.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, it's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we design 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
Let's go!
The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
Let's go!
Welcome back to our Trans Global production of the week. The Panthers with a 1st and 10 from their own 42. Tyron Williams in motion, but the give to Black up the middle. He's still on his feet into Rebel territory down inside the 35. Going to be out around the 30 and a flag probably.
Threw him down on the ground after he's out of bounds.
Going to tag on to that.
Watch right here. All you got to do is let up right here, and he just threw him down to the ground.
Yeah, maybe a little embellishment there from Black as he does the forward somersault, but can't do that out of bounds.
Nope. Dal Watson with the call.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 14. Penalties enforced half the distance to the goal. He carries an automatic first down.
Well, there you go. So Panther offense now down at the 14-yard line. Need to finish this off with a touchdown.
Well, that was not a half the distance mark off. That's a full 15 yards. So that's going to be a big play for the Panthers as 29 yards and then 15 on the penalty. Flag on the play as Black down inside the 10, but that's going to come probably with an offensive penalty.
Yep, that's going to
hold it. Offense number 63. It's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Replay first down.
Wow, that hurts.
Going to move that back now to the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Be 1st and 20.
1st and 20, yeah, excuse me. Said when I don't have time to get those shoes off to help count, I'm in trouble.
Well, 1st and 20. You don't have to get it all back at one time. See if they run the other. I haven't seen the option much tonight, Clay.
No.
They did fumble it.
Yeah, they got clocked and fumbled. So, and then when you have number 18 bulling his way up the middle for 9 yards, you don't need the option.
Yep, 9 yards there on average. That's pretty good, isn't it?
They're actually going to give him 10 all the way down to the 14-yard line. So Black picks up the penalty, going to bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Panthers.
Yeah.
You're going to throw it in the end zone here, or you're just going to keep on?
No, hammer 18. Hammer 18.
Right 18. Okay, we shall see. Got 2 receivers to the bottom. It looks like Caden Hernandez, split up top. And there it is, indeed, Black up the middle, and he's going to be down inside the 10. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 4 yards from the 8.
Yep. Good job right up the middle. From the center out, Josh Henderson, number 70, the center. Justin Green, the right guard, and Noah Casas, the left guard. Doing the job right up the middle along with Hector Vasquez and Jaden Vela.
Uranga is going to come in for Black now. Anthony Lujan was in on the last play. He checks back out as the Panthers make several changes. Here comes Cerna. Going to get set on this side.
Prior to the snap, timeout, Tascosa. Their first of the half.
Their first timeout. We shall take it with them.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
Well, there you see once again a good crowd shot out here tonight on Friday Night Lights, Friday Night Football. Produced and directed by Bob Bailey and the whole Trans Global production crew. got on cameras tonight, Tim Rose, Jason Barrage, Jordan Gray, and Brandon Boudreaux Chance. Diego Carrillo assisting Grip out there on the field as well. Panthers going to come back out now with a 3rd down and 4 from their own 8-yard line.
And Black back in the backfield. That's easy for me to say.
Yeah.
There he goes.
And he's up the middle, and it looks like he is into the end zone. Nope.
Just a little short. There.
One side says touchdown, the other side said no. So we'll see who wins this. Field judge or the side judge.
Just a left foot, right foot deal. Yep.
Nope.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Nice.
I'm glad we got that referee's official microphone off there quickly. I believe we would have heard something we didn't need to hear had it not happened. There you see him on the OC replay fall into the end zone now to cut the lead to 7. Oh, Panthers are going to go for 2. Interesting call here. But I think they're thinking right now, we're going to hand it to number 18. You can't stop him. No, they're going to roll Garcia right. He wants to throw, and he does. And it's caught. Landon Robles, his favorite receiver, for the 2-point conversion. So the Panthers now are going to be trailing 42-36. We'll be back to Ratliff Stadium after this.
Since 1958, we've been present for you. We appreciate our community and care about West Texans. That's why we're celebrating our love for this amazing community with a spectacular giveaway. From August 1st to December 6th, you can stop by one of our branches or find us at an event in the Midland, Odessa community to receive a special scratch-off card. There's a number of presents for you, including our grand prize, a 2-year lease on a 2024 Cadillac XT or $7,500 cash. Other prizes include a free car wash, oil change, and Complex community merchandise. At Complex Community Federal Credit Union, we're all about taking care of you and giving back with heartfelt generosity. So don't wait. Visit ccfcupresentforyou.com for details and official rules. No purchase necessary. Participants must be at least 18 years of age to qualify. Void where prohibited. All federal, state, and local laws apply.
Panthers kick the ball, going to be received there at the 30 and returned only out to about the 35. Number 81, Josiah Fields, on the return for the Rebels. The Panthers, with a 6-play drive, took it 72 yards, aided by a penalty. And 2 minutes and 53 seconds, and they go for the 2-point conversion and convert it. Garcia to Robles, and trail now by 6.
So the Panther defense can get a stop again, get off the field. Can't give up anything here. You got a little momentum now back on your side of the field. Use it to your advantage.
Fulton hands off up the middle. Yeah, I believe that is Trayson Elliott on the carry. He's going to be out. Look like they're going to mark him up right around the 40-yard line.
Ian Riley from his inside linebacker position. Well, the whole host of other Panther defenders, I should say, but they got 5 yards on first down.
So tight set this time by the Rebels. Johnson in motion, but the give's going to be to Howard up the middle, and he's going to get about 2 before he's driven back almost to the end zone.
Luis Zapien. Them coming up off the bottom of the pile there, number 37 from his linebacker spot. 3rd and 3. Let's see if they, now in the first half, they showed they'd throw side of some of this. So let's see, they're going to split 2 wideouts down here, try to spread the Panthers out. Yep, I see option 2, Nathan.
Rebels going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Tascosa.
So we'll take it here as well.
In West Texas, the spirit of rivalry runs deep, especially when it comes to high school football. But beyond the gridiron, there's a common ground we all share. At Sewell Ford, we believe that while competition brings us together, collaboration drives us forward. No matter the colors we wear, we all share the open road, and the thrill of the drive. Sewell Ford. Discover what brings us together.
Well, the Panthers there discussing what their options of the Rebels may be as they face a 3rd down and 3 at a kind of an important part of the ball game, leading by 6, 3:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Panthers lost the momentum but seemed to be getting it back, so I think Coach Plunk and his staff felt like this was important enough of a 1st down that they need to call timeout and make sure they were all on the same page.
Yep, they want to run here. They're going to change. They're going to get tied again. I expect them to go straight ahead, maybe an option play to the far side.
Maybe fake that handoff to the running back, and the quarterback following through the hole. There it is. And Fulton is going to have a 1st down of a gain of about 5.
92, Donovan Corrales on the tackle. Good safe call for them right there, following that back through the hole with the quarterback, Colton Fulton.
Well, the Panthers not going to be as surprised by the passing game now, so Tascosa going to probably be a little more conservative.
Ground and pound, maybe.
Of course, as soon as I say that, they'll probably throw it. This time Fulton on the option's going to have to keep it.
Man.
And he just bulls for. I mean, he looks like a running back there. Every bit of it for 5 yards.
Yep, he got up the field and probably turned a 2-yard gain into a 5-yard gain. Number 30, Ian Riley again making the tackle.
Second and 5 for the Rebels. Got 2 receivers split out here at the bottom, 1 up top. And give's going to be to Fulton's not going to give it. He's going to hang on. And once again, he just bulls forward down to the Panther 37-yard line.
Yep, the option play out of this formation gives just what it says. It gives the quarterback the option to give, keep, or pitch, and he decided to keep it there and got a 1st down up to the Panther 37-yard line.
Rebels 2:17 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Rebels have had the ball about 2.5 minutes so far on this drive.
They're moving.
There's a quick pitch, and the ball's on the ground. The Panthers pick it up, and it's going to be a foot race. And it looks like Josiah Fields gets back, not able to pull down. The Panthers finally inside the 10, all the way down to the 9-yard line. As the Panthers, I believe that was that Mattingly?
I think that is Mattingly, 31. Nope. Dace Salinas.
No, I was talking about on the fumble.
For them, yeah,
the fumble recovery was Cameron Mattingly.
Right.
And he goes all the way down to the 9-yard line.
Yep, did a good job there. Got the turnover they needed. Now we got to get the right personnel on the field. He's hollering at somebody down here.
They're probably looking for that full house.
Well, we're going to bring Peridot in. He's going to line up as an H, I think. Play clock hasn't started, so they don't have to panic yet.
No, they're not. Yeah, Peridot and Daly both going to be in the ball game at H-back now. Going to run 2 H-backs.
2 H's, yeah.
Peridot going to line up as a tight end. So looking for 18 here. And he takes it up the middle, and Black down inside the 5, going to be stopped around the 2.5 yard line.
Now, they don't have an answer for him inside right now, Clay. I'm talking about the Tascosa defense, and they're just wedging him right in the middle of that line, and he's finding a big gap to run behind that big offensive line that Permian has.
Well, they have worn down. It seems like maybe this Rebel defense here late in the 3rd quarter, as still warm outside, not as warm as it has been, but still probably middle 80s at least. And Black up the middle, he's hit, but he's into the end zone for the Panther touchdown.
Yep.
So Cameron Mattingly's fumble return sets the Panthers up, and Gavin Black finishes it off.
Pulled the H across from the left side of the formation to the right, and Gavin just followed him right into the end zone. And another Panther touchdown.
So going to kick for the lead here as we're all knotted at 42. Oh, I think a bad snap. Oh, there's a flag on the play as, man, Hernandez is driven
offsides?
into the ground.
Are they offsides? They're offsides. It's going to be offsides on Tascosa.
Offsides. Defense number 11. Point after attempt will be retried.
They're going to go for 2.
Number 6, Earl Permian, will have to come out of the game for one play due to his helmet coming off.
That's what I was going to say. His helmet came off, so if they choose to kick it, they're going to have the backup holder in. But it looks like they're going to bring that full house backfield in now and say, here we go, try and stop us.
Here comes the number 18 train.
Hernandez, a little worried there, came off. Man, he got slammed into the turf on that play.
Yeah, it's like one of those belly-to-back suplexes that you hear on WWE on Monday nights or WWF, whatever it is.
That rattled my cage up here just a little bit. And the Panthers going to surprise everyone and throw it. And the catch is made out there by number 12, Caleb Jamison, for the 2-point conversion. The Panthers now leading with 1:04 remaining in the third quarter, 44-42.
Rosa's Cafe's breakfast takes me back to those early mornings. The smell of fresh homemade tortillas filling the air. The warmth of my mother's kitchen wrapped around me like a hug. Rosa's is a taste of home, a reminder of the love and tradition that went into every dish. Taste the authentic flavors of a Rosa's Cafe breakfast. After all, life is better with Rosa's Cafe.
At Odessa College, every journey begins with a dream as unique as you. Whether starting at a young age or maybe reshaping your career, it's time to unlock your potential. From cutting-edge medical fields to continuing education, we design 2 years as well as 4-year programs to fit your passion. Our faculty thrive on being mentors, empowering the next generation of creative thinkers, pioneers, and leaders. Because at Odessa College, you're not just a number, you're family. Register now for the upcoming semester for an experience as unique as you.
Welcome back to Ratliff Stadium, our Trans Global Production High School Game of the Week. The Panthers take advantage of a Cameron Mattingly fumble return all the way down to the 9-yard line. They take it in 2 plays from that 9 yards out. A great tackle there on special teams. I believe that is Braden Woody with a great tackle.
Junior linebacker playing on the kickoff coverage team for Permian. Is there a penalty marker? Yes, there is. On the far side.
There's some extracurricular goings on. I was riding, so I did not see it.
Tomfoolery. Little tomfoolery going on. Or giving him the business.
Yeah. Giving him the business.
Yeah, giving somebody the business.
So long discussion by the officials here. And
oh, really?
Go.
After the play was over, personal foul. Number 7, Permian. 15 yards added to the end of the run. First down, Tascosa.
Well, so that's going to move the ball from the 30 all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's going to make Tascosa's job a little bit easier as they come out with some really good field position.
Boy, and the Panther coaching staff is not happy about that call. Ooh, just gave them good field position.
There's the give up the middle and pulling forward for a gain of about 3. As I believe that was Jamison. No.
You're not going to be surprised who made the tackle.
That was 37.
Luis Zapian.
Yeah, man.
Just stuck his nose right into that A-gap. Met that running back head on.
Yeah, Darian Howard, the running back there. He's a tough runner.
He's a big old boy.
And that was a pretty violent collision.
There's another one.
Oh,
the ball came out.
But I think Howard was able to fall on it. And Tascosa has had some fun. They've lost at least one fumble, I think, every game.
Watch Caleb Jamison right here. I think he gets a piece of that. See his he's hand going on the nose
all
right there.
Ball right there, but boy, heads up by Howard to come back and get that.
Just about got that thing stripped.
That's the end of the third quarter.
That's going to be the end of the quarter. The Panthers leading by 2. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this.
The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
Hi, my name is Kevin Mannix. I'm the president and founder of Optimus Physical Therapy. I have practiced in the outpatient setting for the last 18 years in Midland, Odessa.
It is intercepted by Kevin Mannix.
Our professional staff will ensure that your functional goals will be met. Our cutting-edge manual techniques and state-of-the-art equipment allows Optimus to offer an evidence-based treatment approach tailored to each patient's functional recovery. Remember, Optimus Therapy for optimal results.
So we're back at Ratliff Stadium for our Trans Global Productions high school football game of the week. 3rd and a yard for the Rebels, and they're going to just bull straight ahead.
Tush push it.
Tush push, and Fulton almost came through with only one man to beat as he fights his way forward for a gain of, we're going to call it 8 yards.
Yep, got a little push from behind and just kept going. Almost squirted out there off the right side of their line. Up to the balls at the 38 of Permian.
So going to be a 1st and 10. Another set of downs for Tascosa as they are marching the ball down the field at this point. Fulton going to throw on 1st down. He's going deep and he underthrows badly. Cardoza makes the interception. He's out over the 40-yard line.
That's a late hit.
And there's going to be 15 yards tacked onto that as Nate Cardoza with another turnover for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's a bad throw right there by their quarterback, Colton Fulton there. He's going to see this on film session whenever they meet and find out. He's going to see that he just did not read. There was a safety coming over there to the guy that he wanted to throw with too. That's a big turnover to start the fourth quarter.
Result of the play is an interception by Permian after the play was over. Personal foul. Tascosa number 28. 15 yards added to the end of the run. 1st down Permian.
And that was a late hit. He was already on the white part of that sideline over there. Should have just let him go on out of bounds. And you've given Permian a short field to work with. At the Rebel 43, I expect to see a big dose of 18 again.
Well, Williams in the backfield with him. And there goes Black around. He's going to bounce it outside and fight forward for a gain of about probably 6-7 yards on 1st down.
Yep. Just scooted his way right along to the left side of that line and got out of bounds at the 37 of the Tascosa Rebels. Got about 6-7 yards on 1st down.
That play intended to go up the middle, nothing there, and he just calmly bounces outside and
keeps his feet moving.
Got your coaches a 2nd and 4, and they're going to love you for that.
Yep.
Black in the
runs
backfield.
With good vision, Clay.
He does. Williams in motion. They fake the option. Black up the middle, and he's going to be out close to what's needed, maybe about a yard short.
Look for Jacob Garcia to pull that ball here in a minute, Clay. They're coming down on Black hard right there out of that play and formation. See if Jacob pulls it and runs on around the end.
Peridot and Cerna check into the ball game. Robles and Hernandez check out. Garcia brings the play call in. 3rd and 1 up the middle, and really we have not seen the Rebels able to stop Gavin Black for less than a yard tonight up the middle.
So Jacob follows him through the hole. Nope.
They're just going to go behind that big offensive line, and Black 4 yards downfield before he's touched. And another late flag coming out.
We got some tomfoolery going over there, some mouthing going on.
Coach is going to have to settle some players down. Maybe time to sit a couple of them and see if we can
restore order.
Yep, 195 yards unofficially for Black now, so right about his average per game, and still have almost a full quarter to play.
You realize in 24 hours, our group I'm talking about, right now, between two players, one for each side of town.
The result of the play is a first down.
Almost 6
After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul. Permian, number 75. It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down 10, Permian.
That's bad discipline right there. You know, last night we saw Mikey Cota throw for over 480 yards for Odessa High, and we've got Gavin Black unofficially right now at 180 something. That's 660 yards.
That's a lot of turf. That's several football fields for sure.
May have to get that field turf replaced.
I don't understand I understand where they put the ball, but I don't understand it being 1st and 10 from that point. If he got the first down, it was after the play. Well, here comes Black again.
We'll just get it with Gavin.
He's going to have a Panther first down out around the 29-yard line.
Yep. Get in the huddle and get ready to play the next play. Don't get an unsportsmanlike. Don't get any penalties here. Wear this front line out of Tascosa right now and get on the board with another touchdown.
Panthers in no hurry. As they know, Tascosa, although Tascosa has scored quickly a couple of times tonight, that is unusual for them. Usually they're going to need a little time to beat you, as the Panthers going to have to hurry and just barely get it off. But Black up the middle. Black still on his feet down inside the 10-yard line.
They are wearing them out up front, Clay. Watch. They pulled the guard and brought the H back inside the block, and Gavin just ran to daylight once he saw that big gap open up and got on up the field to the 10. Going to be 1st and goal for the Panthers from there.
Well, they did. Right now, Amarillo Tascosa just does not have an answer for this big offensive line and Gavin Black.
Nope, they do not. There's the H pulling.
Nope. Well, I guess a horse collar might do it, but I don't see a call on that, so maybe they didn't grab him. That's only going to be a short gain of 2 down to the 8-yard line.
Coach Ellison asking the head referee, did you not see that? Watch right here. Odessa College instant replay. That guy just reached it. Well, it's almost a horse collar.
Yeah, I thought it was a horse collar, but no call. So,
and you can get that horse collar now from the front as well. That's a rule change.
Yeah, and that looked like kind of what he had, maybe up around the collarbone and just twisted. So 2nd and goal now for the Panthers from that 8-yard line. And there's Black with a little stutter step. Then he drops his head. He's going to pick up about a yard down to the 7, but going to bring up 3rd down now for the Panthers. Okay, question here. Is this 4-down territory, or are you going to take a field goal?
Well, I kind of like this play call to me, maybe a little play action, bootleg action with Garcia, and see if he can do something here, because they're going to key on Black right here.
Not right now. Black is out and Uranga's in, so
I see a play action, some type of rollout here with the ball in Jacob Garcia's hands.
5 seconds still on the play clock. 2 receivers up top, and it is a play action. Kyle makes the call. Garcia got Uranga wide open. If he's got one man to beat, and he's into the end zone for the Panther touchdown. Garcia does it with his feet and his arm on that play.
They throw a flag? They did not throw a flag. Wow. You can see our Odessa College instant replay. He's going to see him all the way on the other side of the field. Man, he's over there by himself. And Panthers get in.
first touchdown reception of the year for Uranga. First reception period, I believe. Oh, the kick is blocked. The Rebels going to try and turn it into 2 points, and it's going to be a foot race, but Mr. Cerna says, no, sir. Jaden Cerna does a good job running him down, so the kick will be no good, but the Panthers will still lead by 8, 50-42.
I think he kicked that right in the line.
Yeah. It's going to be a bad thing about that for the Panthers is now it's still a one-score game because the 8 points rather than the 9 points. Yeah.
Give him credit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's what I did.
Jaden
Cerna saved them there.
Yes, he did.
So, anyway, we'll be back to Ratliff. 7:30 remaining. Oh, we're going to stay here. And the Panthers with the 50-42 lead. There you see another good crowd shot. Like I said, nice folks, nice bunch of folks out here tonight. And the Panthers, let's see if they kick the ball to TJ Tillman. I think that would be a mistake myself, but
I think I'd pooch this thing and go cover it.
Yeah. I think I'd be happy to let them just start with one of these up guys on about the 30-yard line.
Yep.
7.5 minutes, plenty of time left in the ball game, and that's what they're going to do. And he's going to take it there on the 35.
Yeah, did he fair catch that ball?
I don't know. I didn't see it, but
I thought he might have. He took off running. That's a penalty.
Somebody said he fair caught it.
Watson going to talk to his cohorts here. See if they get something out of it. I tell you, one of the Panther coaches down here saying he did.
That was Jalen Johnson on the return, I believe. So as officials talk about it, we'll see what they do. The Panthers do complete the 43-yard drive. I do not know the exact time on that because
number 11 for Tascosa, they have a fair catch signal. Delay of game, Tascosa. From the spot of the reception, it's a 5-yard penalty. First down, Amarillo.
So that is it was number 11. My bad, it was not Jalen Johnson. That was E.J. Scott. And that's going to move the ball back to the 31, the starting point for this Rebel drive.
Panther defense needs to bow up here. Don't give up anything. Get a turnover. I like that idea. Yep. Motion maybe. Little motion.
Full start. Offense number 50. It's a 5-yard penalty. And it remains first down.
Nathan saw it. He called it. Ball started on one of the offensive linemen.
We're going to call that drive for the Panthers 8 plays, 43 yards. I think about 354 on that drive for the Panthers.
Sounds good to me. See if the Panthers can get off the field here defensively. Come on.
Tascosa right up the middle. And I can't tell if that was Howard or Elliott on that carry. We'll find out shortly. Going to be a gain of 9, though. That was Elliott on the carry, number 29 for the Rebels. Going to bring up a second down and 1. Fulton just going to keep it himself. Yeah, and he's going to drive forward for about 5 yards out to the 45-yard line.
Cameron Mattingly, number 5, coming up from the safety position. I think coming up off the bottom there might have been number 19, Aiden Medina. We're getting down to where we need to start thinking about MVPs here in a little bit.
Absolutely.
Trans Global Productions Game of the Week on Friday night. Get him! There you go.
Going to collapse is number 34 there for the Panthers. First contact, Jason Cranfield on the blitz. I believe had some help from Powell. Bringing him down.
Watch Odessa College instant replay. I think it came actually from 94. That's Sebastian Sanchez.
No, that was not 34. That was 94.
94. Came off his defensive end position. Fulton's got to learn to throw that football. That clock's ticking. He don't have a lot of time to stand back there and go through 3 or 4 progressions there.
This time he goes deep. He's got his receiver there, just overthrows him as T.J. Tillman once again gets behind the Panther secondary, but just a little too much on the throw.
Yep, adrenaline flowing there through the throw. Looks like the quarterback's not doing too good.
He was a little gimpy after he got up.
He went off the field.
Yep. So now is that number 8, Charlie McKinney, in the ball game. 3rd and 21.
Number 7, Clay, Hank Bradley.
Nope. Yeah, he's going to keep it, and he's going to drive forward for a gain of about 10.
Oh, it was number 8. My bad.
He was going to drive forward for a gain of about 10 is McKinney, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and 11 still.
With 5:37 left, I think they're going to. It's probably a good idea to go ahead and punt.
Yeah, that's
quarterback's coming out to.
Yeah, I guess he didn't hurt his leg. Hopefully his left leg's okay, huh? Yeah, he was a little gimpy at play before that.
Watch for a little trickery here. Hopefully not.
The Panthers ready for it. There's going to be no rush whatsoever. And fair catch there, signaled by Caleb Cruz. It hits him in the leg, and it's going to be picked up by Tascosa. I don't know if you can return a muffed punt or not. The rule seems to change on that all the time. Watch the replay.
Oh, my goodness.
So, man, special teams have been huge for both teams tonight.
Yes, they have.
And they've been horrible for both teams tonight.
Yeah, there have been some miscues.
Early on the field, the ball was touched by Permian, recovered by Amarillo. First down.
So Tascosa takes over at the 5-yard line of the Panthers. And with 5:02 now remaining in the ball game, they have a big play, and we're going to be looking to try and punch this in the end zone. Fulton back in the ball game at quarterback. He's going to keep it around the left side. He's going to fight forward to about the 3-4 yard line. We're going to call it gain of maybe about 1.5.
Jason Cranfield in to make the tackle here. Coming from the outside on our OC instant replay, Odessa College instant replay. Also got a little help from Donovan Corrales, number 92.
So 2 receivers now split out. Little Panthers kind of scrambling, a little miscommunication. 2 receivers at the top of the screen. Fulton's just going to go forward. There's a flag on the play. And see what the call is.
False start. Offense number 68. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains 2nd down.
Well, that hurts Amarillo now. There's been some critical mistakes tonight. I know coaches are glad this is still preseason.
Non-district, yep.
As you can't have these mistakes in district play. There's just not enough room for error as Charlie McKinney checks back in the ball game at quarterback for the Rebels. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Very tight set. He's going to keep it. McKinney up the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Rebels. They're a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up again.
On the field is a touchdown.
Yep, and they just watch here. He's going to pull the ball, go right back up inside between the guard and the center. Big hole right there, and gets into the end zone. And where, as Clay said, we're a 2-point conversion away from having this thing tied up.
Not sure what the holdup is right now. The play clock's running.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do the same thing here.
They're
moving.
And he's going to be stopped short.
Oh, he is. Wow.
Somebody got underneath. So somebody gets underneath there and keeps him out of the end zone. So the Panthers are going to remain in the lead, 50-48, 3:59 remaining. Beautiful shot of the moon as we go to break.
Taco Villa combo meals are a great value, and now we have 3 delicious new ways to save on lunch and dinner. Whether you choose 2 flavorful bean burritos and a 20-ounce drink for only $5.99, or 2 of our famous crunchy tacos with a 20-ounce drink for $6.99, or bring a friend and share 3 crunchy tacos, 3 bean burritos, and 2 refreshing 20-ounce drinks for only $17.99. A combo meal at Taco Villa sounds good to me.
Here we'll watch the Odessa College replay here, and here you see McKinney. Somebody came underneath there. Is that Mattingly
that's
again?
Number 5,
That's
yes.
Cameron Mattingly. What a ball game for him tonight.
Yep, he is making a strong bid for our MVP, along with several others on that defensive side of the ball.
I think the Panthers might be prepared for the onside kick this time, as they have the hands team out in full force. McKinney's got a lot of open field here on this side, about 15 or 20 yards down the field, as your one deep man is on the other hash mark. So it would be a foot race. Your guys get a running start if he can lay it down on about the 25-yard line on this side of the field. He's just going to onside it, and guess who goes up and catches it?
Exactly.
Cameron Mattingly.
Wow. Yep. And he went to the ball. That was the difference there, Clay. He attacked the ball like you do a ground ball in baseball. You attack it, go get it with your hands and get possession. Don't allow it to have a chance to get bouncing around and knocked loose. And Panthers have the football at their own 45. Now they need a 3-minute and 56-second drive.
And don't even need any points. They just need to hang on to the ball.
Ground and pound it right now.
I tell you what, though, for a high school kicker, Charlie Wittenberg, have you ever seen a kid with 2 better onside kicks? That's amazing.
No.
And they're right at 10 yards, both of them.
Right.
So a lot of practice has gone into that. There's Gavin Black just going to fall forward through the middle. That offensive line opens up that hole and a 5-yard gain.
Yep. In between the tackles right now is where I expect to see the football go for the guys in black and white.
For Black now, about 236 yards. And I will wait till maybe after this play. If they don't stop the clock, we will announce our offensive MVP. 2nd and 5. Panthers going to split 1 bottom, 2 top before they hand off to Black up the middle.
There he goes.
Yep, this time he's met by quite a few white jerseys. It's going to be another 3 yards. That's going to put him unofficially at 239 yards, as Gavin Black will be our offensive MVP for the Panthers tonight, as is going to bring his average up to over 200 yards rushing per game. 3rd and 2 for the Panthers from the Rebel 47-yard line. First down here is going to make it really tough on the Rebels. They only have 1 timeout left. Probably 2 down territory for the Panthers unless a penalty scoots them back. And Black is going to have just enough for the first down, and then he's going to continue to fight.
That scrum keeps going.
Yep, going to fight forward and going to pick up about an extra 5-6 yards.
Wow. Yep, that's a big first down.
And as we've mentioned many times this year, he did spend a little time in the weight room since last year. He has grown.
I was talking to one of the Panther coaches last night up here in the press box, and they said he really, really, really hit those weights, and they had him hit it hard in the summertime. And really, you can tell.
Oh, absolutely. It's just visible.
Right.
He went from a kid to a man in just a few months. 1st and 10 now, and there's Black again. He's going to bounce it outside, and Black.
Stay in bounds.
Oh, look at that.
Boy.
There's a flag on the play. It may be a hold.
Yep.
As Black, very smart play, though, slides down.
Holding. Offense number 15. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
Let's go ahead and do the defensive MVP, Clay, while we've got a second here. Pretty tough choice for me tonight, but I am going to go with Sebastian Sanchez for the Panther defense tonight. Thought he played well from his defensive end position, number 92.
I didn't get a vote on that. Sorry, Cameron Mattingly. As he would have been mine. He did make the big plays anyway.
Yeah.
But no, Sebastian Sanchez has done a lot of work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. First down again, and about 14 now for the Panthers, as Uranga is going to be dragged down as soon as he
timeout. Tascosa, their third and final of the half.
Takes the handoff. That's going to be the final timeout for Tascosa. A minute 17 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's two guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's two dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
There we go, another shot of the crowd there as we come back, and I'm totally unprepared. The Panthers now look for the victory formation. I called it, and there it is. Oh, the deep back, man, come back. He's out in Gardendale right now. Need to come back into city limits. Garcia will take a knee, have to do it one more time, and the Panthers will win a hard-fought 48-50 victory, as I can't even call the scores out in the correct order. The Panthers, with a big win, will carry a 4-0 record into next week against is that
Carver, Alabama.
We don't know too much about them yet. Will be the homecoming game for the Panthers next week, and the Broncos will be on the road next week. So be sure and tune in with us for the Panthers next week.
They've got a Keller team next week. The Broncos do at Shotwell, and their head coach is Danny Servants.
Ex-Odessa High School coach, ex-Permian Panther middle linebacker,
yes.
A great player for the Panthers in his own right back in the day, as we'll say, back in the 80s. So the Panthers, once again, with the 50-48 victory tonight. I want to thank our whole Trans Global production crew. As always, we're produced and directed by Bob Bailey.
That's the end of the ball game.
Don't know that was necessary, but we heard it anyway from the official. Debbie Bailey is our replay director. On our cameras upstairs, Tim Rose and Jason Barrage. Down on the field, our cameraman Jordan Gray and Boudreaux, Braden Chance, assisted by Diego Carrillo. We got a great crew, folks. I guarantee you these guys don't miss a shot. They do a great job week in and week out. So be with us next week for the Panthers and Carver, Alabama. For Kyle Hubbard and Nathan Hubbard, I'm Clay Kennedy. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.